Well, what's up? I'm gonna do a little system walkthrough of the Cadillac, and then show y'all how to set your gains on your amps by ear. Got a stock alternator with the Big 3 upgrade. Have the 0 gauge ground, 0 gauge positive coming from the alternator, and of course it looks like I've got it grounded on the alternator, which it is, but there's a bracket on the back of the alternator that bolts directly up to the block, so it's like it's grounded to the block, and both runs are going directly to the battery, and then I've got another 0 gauge run going to the trunk. And I haven't upgraded the chassis ground yet. I've just got 0 gauge, just wire that I had laying around mounted there, which I'll be turning that to 0 gauge here shortly. I just got everything hooked up just to get it all to working right and cure a little bit of my voltage drop. But up front I get 14.2, and in the back I get 13.8, so I've got a 0.4 drop just from not having the correct chassis ground, which I could probably move my ground down to the frame and then it would cure that problem for now, but I gotta pull all this shit out first before I can do that, and I don't feel like doing it until I get my bumper fillers in, which he keeps bullshitting me on. He needs to hurry up and get them done. But anyways, I'll start with the back, I guess. I got 2 Solo X18s. Both of them are dual 2 ohm cones, and they're hooked up to 2 ZX 2500.1 kicker amps. There's one there and then there's one there, and they're just kind of stacked on top of each other. But I got them set to the side of each other so I can set the gains. There's the gains right there on that one, and then the gains up there on that one. And then I have a ZR1000, which is the older kicker amps from back in the 90s and early 2000s, which is, a lot of people say, is the best amps that they've ever made. And they're very good amps, very powerful, very clean watts. But at 4 ohms, the way I got it ran, it's ran at 4 ohms stereo, so it's 250 watts per channel, and that's very, very clean watts. No dirty power coming out of that amp at all. But that's it right there. You can kind of see the side of it. And then I've got a kicker KX 3-way crossover, and I've got the ZR1000 hooked up on the high pass, and then I've got the 2 2500.1s hooked up on the low pass, or on the subwoofer. And I've got subwoofer outputs coming from my radio into the rear side of the crossover, so the rear output will be playing subwoofer also when it's all said and done, and then this will be my rear out, and it will go in my back doors will be high pass, and then the rear out coming from here will be going to my front doors subs. I'm gonna have 8-inch subs in my doors. That way I can cut off the lower frequencies to where they only pick up 50 hertz and above. And then I think that's all I need to show you back here. In the front I have a JVC AVX1. It's a really good radio. You can turn it across, it has built-in crossovers, and you can turn the amp on and off on the inside of the radio. And right now I got it turned off because I got everything amplified through external amplifiers. It's a DVD player. It plays MP3 formats on DVD discs, so you can put a whole bunch of music on one disc. And for my highs, all I've got right now is just 2 6.5-inch Infinity Kappa mids, 6.5s. I've got the component sets, but they're not hooked up. I just got the mids in the doors right now. And I've got some cheap Walmart VR3, I think, tweeters. I got 2 per side, ran at 8 ohms into some Type R crossovers. And they're mounted right in there. But that's all I've got for highs right now. And now I'm going to show y'all how to set y'all's gains. What you want to do, I'm going to just do the subwoofer side. You turn, it can be on your amp, you turn your gain down on your amp all the way. In my case, I'd turn it all the way down on the crossover. Just turn it all the way down to where you don't hear nothing. And you go up front to your radio, turn your radio up until you start to hear distortion. And when you start hearing that distortion, then you back off a little bit. Just turn it down 1 or 2 notches till the distortion goes away. And after you do that, you'd come back here to your gain or to your crossover, whichever you're using, and then slowly turn it up until you start hearing distortion coming out of your subs. When you start hearing distortion, stop, back off just a little bit until it goes away, and then that's pretty much set. You know, you won't be clipping your amp, you won't be overdriving your amp, and you won't send a dirty signal to your subs, and everything will be good. But I would go ahead and do all that, but I've got people across the street, they're roofing houses and stuff, and the owners of the house are there, and they'll complain. But anyway, that's it.